All right, welcome to video 5 on our final review, first review that we're doing, okay? So this last part is what we're doing in 3A, what we just got done doing, which is solving equations, okay? Remember, when we solve, we move everything to one side, and we make sure that those exponents are in descending order, meaning the highest one goes first, and then they go down from there, okay? So, looking at this first problem, I cannot obviously already tell that everything is not on one side, so I need to move. Okay, I'm going to move this 42 by just subtracting it. Okay, so then I put my exponents in descending order, add up any like terms that I have. I don't have any like terms here. Okay, and now we factor. So just like what we've been doing, the first thing we do, we check for a GCF. Okay, do x squared, x, and negative 42 have a GCF? No, they do not, but thank goodness I checked, okay? Now I count up the terms. I've got 3 terms, which means always do x method. 1 times negative 42 is negative 42. That goes on top. 1 goes on the bottom, because again, that's my middle term. And now I'm looking for 2 things that multiply to negative 42 and add to 1, okay? Pause the video. Try to figure out what they are. You should get positive 7 and negative 6, okay? From there, those are my 2 new middle terms. I keep my first term. I now have 7x and negative 6x in the middle, and then I keep my last term. And now I am just grouping. So, first 2 terms in one set of parentheses, plus sign, last 2 terms. X squared and 7x both have x. When I take that out, I get x plus 7. Negative 6x and negative 42 both have a negative 6. When I take that out, I get x plus 7. My parentheses match. That means I'm smart. So my last 2 factors are x minus 6, x plus 7 equals 0. But again, I'm solving, so I'm not quite done. I'm almost done. Just have to break these apart. Set them equal to 0, okay? X minus 6 is 0. X plus 7 is 0. Solve them. My answer should be 6 and negative 7. Okay, cool. Part B, lucky on this one. Everything is on one side, so I don't have to do that step. I just go ahead and factor, okay? Check for a GCF. These do have a GCF. What do 4x squared and 8x both have? Should think 4x, okay? When I take that out, I get x minus 2. Again, I'm just dividing both of those terms by 4x. That gives me x minus 2. And then I ask myself, am I fully factored? I am. So I go ahead, break them apart, set them equal to 0. Solve them. X is 0 and x is 2. That's it. That one was pretty simple, okay? Don't overthink these. And then we go to C. Awesome, okay? Everything's not on one side, so I'm going to add this 8 over. 3x squared plus 14x plus 8 equals 0. Okay. Ask ourselves, do all 3 of these terms have a GCF? They do not, okay? So we go ahead, count them up. It's 3 terms. We do the x method. So 3 times 8 gives me 24 on top, 14 on bottom. Think about 2 things that will multiply to 24 and add to 14. Should think 12 and 2. So we keep our first term, our 2 new middle terms, our 12x and 2x. Keep our last term. Now we are grouping. What do 3x squared and 12x both have? 3x. When I take that out, I get x plus 4. What did 2x and 8 both have? 2. When I take that out, I get x plus 4. Perfect. Factors are my outsides together, my insides, and I break them apart and set them both equal to 0. And solve. So x is going to be negative 2/3 and negative 4. Okay. Perfect. Go ahead and pause the video. Try this last one. Okay. Need to add this 19x squared over. Again, put our exponents in descending order. Breathe in, check for a GCF. On this one, these do have a GCF. It is just x. So I take that out. Go ahead and drop it to the end because that's one of our final factors, okay? And then we look at this inside. And we ask ourselves, how do we factor it? We do the x method. So 2 times 42 gives me 84 on the top. On the bottom, I've got 19. All right, 84 does have a lot of factors, but when we do this, we should have got 7 and 12. So 2x squared plus 7x plus 12x. You could have flipped the order as well. Now we are grouping. 2x squared and 7x both just have x. It gives me 2x plus 7. 12x and 42 both have 6. That gives me 2x plus 7. They match. So my final factors are x, x plus 6, 2x plus 7, and now I just break them apart and I set them all equal to 0. So x is 0, x plus 6 is 0, 2x plus 7 is 0. And now I'm just solving. So I get 0, -6, and -7/2. Okay, so that is my last video. Let me know if you have questions. Again, practice makes perfect on these, so make sure we are practicing. Thank you.